Okay, in the meantime, pag-aandaan lang natin, susunod naman na ating kasamang Nathan.
Ang ating mga candidates for the councilor position.
Yes, kasamang Nathan. Balita ko, more than 40 yung ating candidates.
Pupuno yung stage natin
Oo
ngayon.
nga, kaya mukhang ma-itsipwera tayo dito pansamantala.
Sa gilid na muna kami mamaya.
Alright, and ako talagang kanina, ramdam na ramdam ko, ano kaya kung tayo yung sumasagot sa mga katanungan kasamang Nathan, parang mahirap din talagang sumagot.
Pero bilib ako dun sa unang mga candidates natin.
Sa dalawa, oo.
Oo, yung intensity nandoon eh.
Oo, talagang pinaghandaan, and kitang-kita mo, pareho sila nakahandang maglingkod sa atin.
Tama.
They have the wisdom, they have the energy,
The passion.
the charism, and towards the end, grabe, parang naman silang mag-boyfriend at mag-girlfriend. Ano?
Yun ang maganda sa Baguio. Dito ka lang makakita ng kandidato, nagkakasalubong sa session.
Oh, they are so civil, friendly, and syempre may kasamang Nathan, tong dalawang to, no? Kanina lagi sila nagkakasama sa City Council.
Tama.
So kita talaga natin.
Parang barkada ba?
Oo, kaya nga ito hamon, kaya namin kinukwento sila na nakikinig sa atin at nanonood sa atin. This is something that we have to sustain and continue by the time na mag-retire na itong mga candidates natin from public service. So we have to make sure na maisabuhay din natin ang maturity and decorum na ito na ginagawa natin sa syudad ng Baguio. And we are so proud. Alam mo, kasamang Nathan, it makes me feel proud na talagang taga Baguio tayo, politically speaking, because of our very clean, civil, and friendly, and professional, no?
Kultura.
Yes,
elections.
ang dating ng ating mga candidates. Kaya siguro idinaragdag natin, mga kaibigan, na iparating sa ating mga candidates kindly, and we will pray for you para you will be able to sustain itong magagandang nakita natin at naramdaman natin ngayon at mararamdaman din malamang sa mga iba pang candidates in the election day itself and even after election.
Very good platforms.
Okay.
Kung kanina ganun, ito mas exciting.
Yeah.
Pa-exciting ng pa-exciting.
Marami.
Mga konsehalo.
Okay, so in a while we will be having the candidates for the City Council of the City of Baguio. At sila rin ay sasagot sa ating katanungan. And probably let's find, okay, ito na yung ating yung listahan. Let's try to read the names of the candidates for the City Council. Go ahead, partner Nathan.
All right, we have...
Okay, we'll do that.
The task of the councilors to consider and promote the welfare and interests of the city as a whole. To participate generally in developing and evaluating the policies and programs of the city. Initiate proposed ordinances and resolutions necessary for an efficient and effective city government. In charge of business transactions such as issuance of permits as well as maximizing the use of resources and revenues for the development plans, program objectives, and priorities of the city.
Okay.
Alright. So, yan naman yung mga trabahong kailangang gagampanan ng ating mga candidates.
12 candidates.
Yes, candidates for the City Council. And matatanda, nabanggit mo kasamang Nathan, no, na we will only be selecting the top 12 or the top 12 winners in the election will be the ones to sit down in the City Council.
And I think we have a total of 46 candidates. For the May elections.
46. So medyo napangiti yung ating audience.
Marami po kayong pagpipilian.
Maraming pamimilian. Okay, without much ado, may we call in alphabetical arrangement of their family name, yung ating mga candidates. We start off with Abratique Marilu Castillo, Alangsab Joel, Aladiu Arthur, Ananayo Carlos, ang Stanford Apostol Ed, Avila Edgar, Awingan Roberto, Bagalawis Ricardo, Balahadja Erdolfo.
Batnag Pablo Kitol, Bautista Joderick Carlos, Bayasen Ferdy Kawi, Bumogaw Benny Olowan, Bumanglag Villamor Arellano, Kabato Joseph Francis Camdas, Kayabas Vladimir Jamsay, Koteng Robin Gang-Awen, Datuwin Elmer Orzal, De Castro Marlene Baltazar.
Estolas Salalain Nagal, Farinas Lilia Arumin, Fianza Peter Carino, Garland John Glenn Floresca, Gapos Edelberto Calusa, Makadangdang Benjamin Arellano, Mandapat Federico Jr. Javier, Mayos Grace Remiendo, Mazo Alan Antonio Salonga, Nalia or Niala Nicanor Nebrida.
And we have Olowan Faustino Atiwag, Orate Rinen Reyes Orca, Virgilio Jr. Din, Ortega Roberto Campos, Padawil Francis Kedyam Tambol, Paharilyaga Arturo Vidad, Paraan Rodolfo Aspiliaga, Perez Ronald Lacaste, Sembrano Elaine Dominguez, Sugano Gilero Muyawen.
We also have Tungawan Connie Koa, Oweda Eric Osboken, Oy Jerry Paduhino, Vergara Jonathan Asprek, Yangot Leandro Jr. Bagto, Yaranon Maria Maylin Victoria Gernalda. So all in all, we have
46 candidates.
Okay.
Yan. Andito na po sila sa harap natin. Maraming salamat po sa pagdalo. Thank you so much for providing time for the people of Baguio to listen to you.
Okay, napapansin natin na kasamang Nathan may mga upuan na bakante. Pwede ba tayong umupo doon? Okay, so again, we would like to inform our audience na nagbigay ho tayo ng filler sa lahat-lahat po ng candidates. And by the way, our list is courtesy, of course, of the COMELEC Baguio na umalalay din sa atin. So there are 46 all in all sa ating mga candidates for the City Council dito sa syudad ng Baguio. Okay?
Okay, siguro, Sir Albert, ano lang natin, before po kayo sumagot later nung mga questions, kasi po, hindi po lahat familiar sa mga pangalan pa po. So we request na before you answer the questions, you mention your last name. Okay lang po ba yan? Okay, maraming salamat po. And ang mechanics natin, Sir Albert.
Okay, so for the city councilors, we will be, we do not have common questions, no? Wala tayong common questions. We will be drawing the questions from the basket, ano? Pipiliin natin yan.
Okay.
By draw lots. And then, we will follow the alphabetical arrangement of the family names of our candidates.
Okay.
Okay, so paano kaya yan? Okay, may humabol
Meron
palang common question, yes. Okay, so itong common question nito will be answered by all candidates.
Everyone.
Okay, but we start off with the first and the letter of the alphabet. Hindi ho baliktad yung alphabet natin. We begin with letter A. Okay, so this will be answered by all the candidates. 1 minute time frame. You hear the bell for the last 10 seconds and then continuous bell when your time has lapsed.
Okay, we have one question for all of you.
Okay, so kagaya na banggit namin kanina, sa lahat tayo nandito sa venue, makinig lang po, bawal po ang mag-cheer muna. And pakinggan natin yung kasagutan ng ating mga candidates. So right now, kasamang Nathan, let's throw in the first common question, and it says, what is your view on the development of the city public market under Unified Corporation? Okay, saan ba yung ating alphabet? Saan nag-umpisa? Medyo...
Ayan.
Okay, ayan. Pakisabi po yung family name,
Magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. Ako po si Id Apostol. Isa pong kandidato pagka City Councilor. Ang masasabi ko lang doon sa development ng ating city kung tungkol sa wide development ay siguro kung ano yung nasabi ni Id Bilog kanina na ayaw dahil may problema, ayaw ko rin. Salamat.
Maraming salamat po, Sir Apostol.
Susunod sa letra.
Magandang umaga po. Ako po si Stanford ang para sa akin po, I will, if given the chance to be a councilor, revoke the development of Uniwide because I stand for the right of the vendors. Yun lang po.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Next po.
Remind na po, you're given a minute po to answer. Yes, you're given a minute to answer.
Magandang umaga sa inyong lahat. Ako po si Mr. Robert Awingan. Ako pa itong tumatakbo ng City Councilor. Yan din ang sagot ko eh. Dahil matagal ako sa City Hall, dapat, kailangan, nasa batas ang sundin natin. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Sir Awingan.
I am Mr. Bagalawis. The city of Baguio has become a concrete jungle. It is so highly urbanized, and we have seen big buildings in the city of Baguio that are eyesores. And not only that, businesses in the city of Baguio should belong to the citizens of Baguio. It should not belong to private corporations. And yung taxes po pumupunta hindi naman sa Baguio. And that is why we have to protect the city market. We need to protect our people. We need to protect the citizenry of Baguio.
Thank you very much, Sir Bagalawis.
Ferdi Bayasen, I am likewise opposed to the Uniwide contract for developing the city market. I believe that one of the flagship projects of our city is to develop the market, if still needed, through its own public funds, so that we can still accommodate our vendors at a very reasonable lease of their vending places. So I am opposed to the Uniwide project.
Thank you so much, sir. Sir Bayasen.
Next in the alphabet. Okay, medyo kinakapamunan natin at hindi natin alam kung sino sa mga lahat ang dumating ngayon.
I am General Villamor Arellano Bumi Bumanglag, PMA Class 1979. Regarding this question, what is your view on the development of the city public market under the Unified Corporation? Everyone has a stake here in the city, all residents. The interests of the residents must be protected first before we protect the interests of any corporation or any outsider from the city. And therefore, let us work together. Let us consult each other. What do we really want for our city market to be? Let us not follow what is there already, but we have to protect our own interest first before the others. That's my stake here in the public market. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sir Bumanglag.
A dynamic Baguio to each and everyone. I am Vladimir Jamzai Kayabas. And being a highly urbanized city, there is a need for us to develop the city market. It is because this is the soul and not seem to be heart of our city. However, there must be public consultation. It is because I do believe that for the development of our city market, it should be for the people. It should be for Baguio. It should be for the development of Baguio City, because after all, this is our place, and we need to take, of course, the concerns of our city residents. After all, when we have such kind of concerns be heard by the city government, there is development and progress on our part. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sir Kayabas. Next po.
Sige po.
Good morning. I am Marlene Baltazar de Castro. With regards to the Uniwide, we all know that it is already at the Supreme Court. We have to respect processes. However, kung mabibigyan tayo ng pagkakataon, we want our local people to have stake in the development of the market. So we have to organize ourselves and stand up and have a voice for us to be heard na tayo ang magdi-develop sa ating market. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you very much, Ma'am De Castro.
Magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. Ako po si Lalaine Estolas, your candidate for councilor. Regarding the question po, I am not in favor of Uniwide Corporation's development on the public market. Whether or not Uniwide Sales Corporation is financially capacitated or not, I will not favor the development under unified sales. Pero kinakailangan din nating i-improve ang ating public market upang sa ganoon po ay mapaganda, mapaayos natin dahil doon po araw-araw ang puntahan ng mga tao, ang ating mga bisita. Kaya kailangan nating ipagandahin, i-improve ang public market through the government fund. Salamat.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Ma'am Estolas.
Good morning po sa lahat. I am Mrs. Lea Fariñas, the wife of our late Vice Mayor Danny Fariñas. Who wouldn't want to have development in the city of Baguio? Of course, we all want development in the city of Baguio. But with regards to the development of the city market under the unified development, it is already in the Supreme Court. And we have to follow the law because the law is the law, and we will work hand in hand for the protection and interest of our citizenry. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Ma'am Fariñas.
Glen Gerlan. As to the development and rehabilitation of the city market, I am for the development of the city market, but without compromising po the rights of the present stall owners. I'm a no to unified advocate, and I think that Baguio people should have a stake in the city market and tangkilikin ang atin Baguio. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sir Gerlan.
Next po. Okay, letter...
Nagkakapaan muna tayo. Later, maayos ito.
M na, wala na. Magandang umaga po sa inyo lahat. Ako po si Attorney Federico Bong Mandapa Jr. na tubong Baguio. Dito sa development ng city market by the Uniwide, naglingkod po ako na 4 na beses na konsyal dito sa lungsod ng Baguio. Pero hindi po ako kasama sa pagpasa ng isang resolution na awarding the development of the city market to Uniwide. Ngayon po, kagaya nung alam po natin lahat, wag po tayong magsabi na ayaw natin dyan. Hindi po ganun kadali yan eh. Kasi nasa Supreme Court na. Sinustain po ng Supreme Court yung legality ng resolution awarding the development of the city market to Uniwide. Ngayon, ano remedyo po niyan? Bigyan natin, siyempre may opposition po yung mga vendors natin dyan, yung mga nandyan po sa city market. Kaya ho, nasa Supreme Court pa yung kaso. Kung bangkarote na po yung Uniwide, yun ho dapat saliksin ng ating City Council para gumawa na resolution.
Okay, thank you very much, Sir Mandapat. Next.
Good morning. I am Grace Mayos. I am against the Uniwide Corporation Development. Bakit? We are limiting the growth and our local business people. Sila yung magiging kawawa pag parang ma-display sila. So, bakit natin ililimit, bakit natin i-allow na ang mga malalaking corporations ay mag-develop sa ating city? Baguio is for the people of Baguio. And kailangan nating i-protect ang ating mga business people, ang ating local people, para sila ay mag-grow at lalaki ang kanilang negosyo at hindi sila mawawalan ng employment. Yun lang po.
Thank you very much, Ma'am Mayos.
Maliwanag na Baguio. Ako po si Kapitan Nick Nialia ng San Antonio Village. Para sa akin po, dito po sa Uniwide na ating topic ngayon, ako po ay against dito. Bakit po? Ako po ay lumaki dyan sa palengke. Alam po natin ang hirap ng palengke. Mula nung bata po tayo, nagtitinda po tayo dyan ng mga plastic bag, kargador. Kaya ngayon po, nakita natin na ngayon, mga giant corporations na po ang makikinabang sa ating syudad. Para sa akin, kung nagkataon, kung nakikita natin na itong mga nangyari na public na pagmamayari ng gobyerno, parang yang dyan sa may burn area na ngayon na po ay naging center mall, ang nakikinabang mga negosyante, mangilan-ngilan lamang po. Pero pagdating po dito sa ating market, iisa na lang na naman ang makikinabang. Para sa akin, ako po ay against dito sa Uniwide. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you very much, Sir Niala. Next po in the alphabet.
Magandang umaga po. Ako po si Renan Orate, isa po akong abogado. Ako po yung kontra po doon sa Uniwide contract. Pero ang sinasabi ko lang ay dapat dumaan tayo sa proseso. Kaya siguro dapat yung City Council ngayon, i-review nila kung totoong bangkarote at i-revoke na nila yung kontrata. Yun lang siguro ang masasabi ko. Dumaan po tayo sa tamang proseso. Morning po.
Thank you very much, Sir Orate.
Naimbangag sa pakadatoy amin. I grew up here in Baguio. I was raised here. I tried the city market before as a shoeshine boy and a garbage carrier. I'm Attorney Eric Weda, apunong barangay of my barangay. I've seen the development of the city market. And I understand that during that time, that when the ordinance was enacted to give the development to Uniwide, because of the time given and the situation before, the City of Baguio doesn't have money. Right now, the City of Baguio has ample fund for the development of the city market. So, because of these changing times and the clamor of the vendors of the market, that they should be first and foremost the individuals to be asked what to do with the city market, sila po dapat ang may say dito. So, because of the times and the changes, we should oppose the unified development of the city market. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sir Ueda.
Okay, so lahat nakapagsalita na ba? Ayan, okay. So ulitin ho natin, we have invited everyone, lahat po ng 46 na yon. And we were expecting, of course, we were expecting them. Di nga lang natin alam kung sino sa kanila ang makakarating ano, because we understand that some of them have also their prior commitments. Alright, so sa susunod na round na kasamang Nathan, we are going to draw the questions from the basket, ang mahiwagang basket natin.
Yes.
Nandirito yung ating mga concerns. Okay, and we draw the card. Tingnan natin kung anong number po yan. And the question will be flashed on the screen. Basahin din natin for the benefit of our radio listeners. And we will follow the alphabetical arrangement of the name of the candidates. And this time na i-markahan na natin
So
kung
hindi na
sino
tayo
yung mga magsasalita.
And they'll be given how many minutes?
Of course, to answer, you are given a maximum time of 1 minute. 10 seconds before 1 minute will be the warning bell. And as soon as you hear the warning bell, of course, that means you have the last 10 seconds, okay, to wrap up. All right, so to start off, let's have the question. And anong question number ang nabunot mo? Kasamang Nathan?
Question number 26.
Number 26, and we start off, or we have, that question is for Sir Stanford Ang. Okay, basa?
What ideas can you put forward for decongesting the city center?
Since I am at the punong barangay at the CBD, strict implementation of the traffic regulations, particularly along Abanao and Harrison Road. Encourage the police that the implementation of the traffic ordinance must be strictly abide. That's all, sir.
Okay, thank you very much, Sir Ang. Next question, and this question is number 29. Okay, so shift muna tayo from the text to the picture. So this will be commented on by Mr. or Sir Ed Valenzuela Apostol. Okay, dito nakikita natin sa picture ang hindi nagagamit na traffic lights according to the question. So nakikita natin yung hindi nagagamit na traffic light.
Kung tungkol doon sa traffic lights na hindi nagagamit, ang dapat lang sigurong gagawin ay i-transfer doon sa lugar na kagaya sa Sisyon Road para magamit at makorek ang ating congestion sa center.
Thank you very much, Sir Apostol.
Right, the next question will be answered by Sir Roberto Awingan. This will be question number 67. Sir, one of the biggest problems of Baguio is water. The foremost solution being presented is the bulk water system. But this will mean the privatization of the water service, just like what has been done in Manila. Since then, water rates in Manila have continuously increased. What other solutions can you propose to ensure water source for the city without going into privatization?
Well, as for me, Baguio City is known that we have lack of water. But for me, for the 30 plus years in the Baguio, we know that water is very kulang tayo sa tubig. Alam ng mga opisyal dito sa Baguio na kulang natin. Bakit hindi sila magawa to pass any resolution, many ordinances in order to add additional water vault or water yung tangke para naman madagdagan ng tubig natin. This is my answer.
Maraming salamat po, Mr. Awingan.
Okay, next naman si Sir Ricardo Bagalawis. Okay, Sir Ricardo Bagalawis. Question number 64. Ang question number 64, motorcycles and cars that have modified their bumpers and to make loud noises. So yung mga maiingay na motorcycles and cars, ano pong comment nyo doon, sir?
Well, we are talking about noise pollution in the city of Baguio. I believe we need to have an ordinance na yung decibels ng mga sasakyan, it will not reach a certain point. And not only that, when it comes to noise pollution in the city of Baguio, kinakailangan ilimit natin yung dami ng bars and clubs na hanggang gabi, hanggang sa madaling araw, nagpapatuloy. And it adds to the growing problem regarding the youth. And at the same time, when it comes to motorcycle, why not let's encourage yung pedestrianization of Session Road. And along area, we have to set up we really have to have a clear urban planning so that yung mga sasakyan natin, where there are residential areas, we should limit yung mga big trucks, yung mga motorcycles. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sir Bagalawis.
Sir Ferdy Bayasen. Question number 33. 33. Sir, what is your say on LGBT concerns? Do you have a program in mind to aid the community in having a better understanding about them sa part of society?
Yeah, that's a very interesting question. Yeah, of course, we must accept our LGBT brothers and sisters with our whole hearts. They're part of our community. And we must find ways in order to involve them in proactive programs promoting Baguio as a friendly community, open for everyone without any discrimination as to their sexual preferences or inclinations. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sir Ferdy Bayasen. Let's have in Sir Villamor Bumanglag, question number 20. Question number 20, Walk Baguio. Seems to be not conducive when posts are obstructions to sidewalks and there are no sidewalks. Sir?
Rightly said. So when I get elected as a councilor, my first priority will be to determine the proper construction of sidewalks. In fact, our sidewalks are not properly constructed right now. They are built even with posts, even with trees. So right now we have a problem. The sidewalks are walking down the streets, walking against the cars or vehicles. That's why we have a big problem of traffic in the city. And also, we don't have disciplined pedestrians. They don't know how to respect traffic lights, even the drivers. So if you go there at the city center, you can just see the state of discipline of our city. In connection with these sidewalks and many other problems on the street, let us revisit the Traffic Ordinance 7-84. It is already a 32-year-old ordinance, and yet it's not responsive to the need of the times. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much. Sir Villamor Bumanglag.
Okay, yung next question natin, question number 51. This is actually a picture. Would like to ask Sir Vladimir Cayabas to comment on this. Sir, skyline.
Skyline. Anong skyline yan?
The picture of skyline or
billboards.
Picture of billboards. This is probably along, this is along Session Road, Sir Vlad.
First, my comment is all about the zoning ordinance in a way that we need to implement the zoning ordinance of the city of Baguio. Every establishment should observe such ordinance because that is actually for the city of Baguio. Another one for the different advertisement post, there must be legislation to regulate advertising, especially in the central business district. As we all know, that city of Baguio is not just a simple city but a highly urbanized city. There must be a regularization, a standardization. It is because this is not only a center of education but also center of tourism, in a way that we wanted our tourists, we wanted our children to see Baguio City as a model city because we are following these rules and regulations. And of course, ordinances being passed by the City Council and approved by our city officials. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Sir Vladimir.
And this time, let's have Ma'am Marlene De Castro. Question number 35. Anya ti makunayo iti dawat dagiti nakurapay nga umili iti Baguio nga may award kadagiti qualified nga urban poor actual occupants iti daga nga nabayag nga nagtakdaran iti balayda. What is your say on the awarding to qualified urban poor actual occupants the land they have been occupying for a long time?
Yeah, the city of Baguio, adati PSA nga kung kunada apo niya, so adati regulation. We all know that the Baguio, aduti squatters dito Baguio. They could be professional squatters, no, coming from upland and lowland. And so, this has to pass through regulations kasi not everybody nga nabayag ti may nga lugar kat adati karapatan na tagabin baka naman di dyan ay pagyaganan na kat adati makimbagi. So we have to study exactly the rights of both parties, the owner or the land regulation, and also siguro di dyan ay karapatan mo at di dyan ay tattao nga nagyan ijay if they have been paying also their tax declaration and they could prove that they own it and they have developed the land, then they could have their land. But they have to go through the process of accreditation or ownership of the land.
Okay, thank you very much, Ma'am Marlene De Castro.
We'll have Ma'am Lalaine Estolas to answer this question, question number 36. Ma'am, tong concern po na to, roads are done and redone and yet again redone, even when they are in good working condition. It is perceived as a waste of tax money and it creates months of traffic. If you were elected, how would you respond to this?
Yan nga po ang napapansin ko sa mga kalsada natin na kahit napakaganda pa, ay binabakbak pa rin at nire-renew ang construction. Kung mahalal po ako bilang konsihal ninyo dito sa Baguio, ito po ang gagawan ko ng paraan na ang pera ng bayan ay dapat na mapunta sa construction na mas importante. Gagawa po tayo, imbis na yung magagandang kalsada natin ay binabakbak, ay gagawa po tayo ng mga alternative roads na or alternative roads, yung barangay roads na baku-bako na dyan upang mapaganda natin at doon po ang ibang madaanan kung sakali magkaroon tayo ng traffic. Yan lang po.
Hi, maraming salamat po, Ma'am Lalaine Estolas.
Let's have Ma'am Lilia Fariñas, question number 22. And question number 22 reads, everyone is talking about change. What is the first on your list that you want to change, and how do you plan to go about this change?
Thank you so much. Of course, we all need change if there is something to be changed. Pero kung maganda naman po ang nandun na, bakit po natin papalitan? So we have to look deeply into the situation, into the what affects change. If there is we need change, so why not? Of course, these changes are part of the modern world now, but we have to see very well that the change we have to change is for the better. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ma'am Lilia Aromina Fariñas.
We'll have Sir John Gerland to answer this question. Question number 7.
Number 7.
Yeah. Sir, what is your view on charter change of the city?
Well, sa charter change of the city, we have to see to it na, I am for the charter change of the city, but we have to see to it that it is amendable into our times now, no? And we have to see to that everybody is being informed through public consultation before we do all this stuff. So what's important is that public consultation should be done, and I am for charter change, and that it should be in line with our modern times today. Thank you very much.
Maraming salamat po, Sir Gerland.
Next question goes to Sir Federico Mandapat Jr., question number 27. Question number 27, what can you do to build up Baguio as a center of education?
Well, Baguio, as a matter of fact, is the educational center north of Manila. And much that we would really want to encourage the construction of school buildings, we have limited land space already. I have gone throughout, all over the city of Baguio, and if you talk about private lands for the purpose of putting up educational centers, we don't have the necessary land area because the Department of Transportation, I stand corrected, the Department of Education requires that you must have at least a minimum of 3,500 square meters before an educational center will have to be approved. So probably we will request the DepEd to try and rationalize the matter for us to be able to come up with additional educational centers in Baguio.
Thank you very much, Sir Federico Mandapat.
This question is for Ma'am Grace Mayos. Question number 43. 43. Ma'am Grace, sidewalks becoming parking spaces, especially during the evening. What is your take on this, po?
Sidewalks should be sidewalks. It's not for parking spaces. We have spaces for the parking space. So, dapat hindi magpa-park doon yung mga cars para naman ma-enjoy ng mga tao na maglakad doon. So, maybe what we can do with that is we build like high-rise parking space buildings in the future, pero that is a long-range planning para ma-decongest ang parking, magkakaroon ng wider space for parking spaces, tsaka ma-enjoy natin ang City of Baguio.
Maraming salamat po, Ma'am Mayos.
Okay, next question ay para kay Sir Nicanor Niala. And the question is question number 9. Question number 9, what can you do to eliminate long waiting times in Baguio City or in Baguio City Hall and make it an efficient public service center?
Yes, ito po yung malaking problema natin sa City Hall na every now and then, every first quarter, marami pong nangyayari na pilahan. Pila Republic ang ating siyudad ng Baguio o Pila Republic ang ating buong Pilipinas. Sana po ang gusto ko lang may dagdag dito ay magkaroon po tayo ng streamlining pagdating po sa pagbabayad ng mga taxes. Streamlining para po kahit papano pwede na po tayong magbayad sa ating mga credit cards or somewhat sa ating mga, kung pwede nga po, magkaroon po tayo ng one-stop shop na hindi lang po quarterly kundi buong taon. Yun lang po ang aking masasabi pagdating dito para magkaroon ng efficient na eliminate yung waiting line sa Baguio City Hall. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sir Nicanor Aniala.
So this question is for Sir Faustino Oloan. I would also like to recognize him po. Question number 11. Sir, what is your position on local freedom of information ordinance?
Thank you. We support the freedom of information. It's not yet passed by Congress, but if we could pass an ordinance also in the city of Baguio, then that would be good to eliminate corruption in the local level. And of course, in doing so, we need the support of other councilors. I am an incumbent councilor of Baguio, and we did not yet pass that ordinance since we are looking on how it will be passed by Congress. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Sir Faustino Oloan. Next to answer a question is Sir Rinan Orate. And that question, Sir Rinan, you will be answering question number 49. Question number 49. What do you think heritage means and what is its importance to a city like Baguio or any city in the Philippines for that matter?
Well, what I understand is that the city of Baguio should have an identity. It should be known for this heritage so that it could be identified, like our culture, the structures, historical sites, and others. That will remember everybody the city of Baguio. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sir Rinan Orate.
Sir Eric Ueda. Sir, this is question number 44. Sir, how do you intend to review the city's comprehensive land use plan? What would be the priority in the process of undertaking such review or the crafting of a new one?
Currently, I heard that there is already comprehensive land plan that comprehensive land use plan. However, before anything can be done, there should be a review in all existing ordinances and plans that involve zoning. And basically, we have to understand that Baguio, its capacity is very little, around 25,000 when it's developed. Right now, masyado nang marami. So we have to understand that really, Baguio will be a residential area, but really, the solution would be to include the blessed area. In developing the Baguio in its land use, we should include also the surrounding areas, the La Trinidad, Itogon, Sablan, and Tuba. We cannot only plan for Baguio. We should include the other places. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ueda.
And next, let's have another question. So before we end the first round, let's have Sir Benny Bumogao, sir. And we have question number
63. Sir, establishments that have loudspeakers and inconsiderate of the time element, especially late evening, even past midnight of weekends.
Well, we have to regulate these things. So if there is no existing ordinance yet, we have to pass an ordinance that will regulate the decibels. We call that decibels of how loud can a person put up his loudspeaker, or at what proper time and time of the day or night that they can play these things. So we must have regulation on these matters. No, especially in residential areas, you cannot just put out your loudspeakers to the that will disturb your neighbors. Thank you.
Maraming salamat po, Sir Bumuagaw.
Okay, so yan, natatapos yung first round. Meron pa tayong karagdagang
Second
rounds
round,
pa.
yeah. Marami
Okay,
pa po dito.
palakpakan muna natin silang lahat.
Okay. Bubunot po ulit ako. This question is for Sir Stanford Ang. So we just remind candidates po na you're given a minute, so you could maximize your time po. Heritage, this was asked earlier. What are your plans for developing Baguio's parks and forest lands?
For the parks, sana po tuwing pinagbenga, hindi po sana tinutulugan ng mga turista natin ang mga parks natin, ang Burnham Park. Sana po maging strict sila dun sa paggamit ng mga hotels. Meron naman tayong mga hotels, sana po wag nang hayaan na nag-tent sila dun sa parks kasi lalo nasisira ang ating environment po dun. Sa mga heritage po, we should respect the heritage and promote patriotism among these sites and by protecting them. Yun lang po. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sir Ang.
Okay, next question. Question number 12. And this question number 12 will be answered by Sir Ed Valenzuela Apostol. Okay, sa ating mga listeners, may picture po dito. At ang picture na ito, merong handshake, samsamano daw, may nag-handshake, tapos yung isang kamay, may nilalagay na dollars.
Dollars yan?
Dollars yan. Pera nilalagay sa bulsa nung isang kasama. Ano pong comment niyo, sir?
Tungkol po dito sa paglalagay sa mga bulsa sa ibibigay na parang korupsyon. Mayroon na tayong code sa Philippines na kung ikaw nagkasala, naglalagay ng pera sa tao, nakausap mo sa isang transaksyon sa opisina, ikaw ay nag-bribe, tawagin natin, ang kasalanan mo ay pareho kung dalawa ang makukulong. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you very much, Sir Ed Valenzuela Apostol.
Sir Awingan, question number 28. Sir, what is your view on the creation of a local road tax for private cars?
Well, as for me, we have that ordinances or PD, presidential decree regarding that local road tax, private parking. For me, as others suggested before, we do follow the rules and regulation about those matters so that Baguio City will be respectful and sana ay laging maasahan ang Baguio para naman sa susunod na darating na taon. Thank you very much.
Sir, thank you so much, Sir Roberto Awingan. Salamat po.
Question number 1. Ang question number 1 naman ay sasagutin ni Sir Ricardo Bagalawis Jr. Question number 1, there are some concerns in the boundary of barangays. How do you intend to deal with this?
First of all, I believe that there has to be an open dialogue between barangays. We have to really understand the situation of every barangays. And then yung mga land area, considering the land area, considering the population of every barangay. We need to have an open discussion and public consultation, not only among barangay officials but also residents of that are concerned in every barangays. We need to understand yung pong proper proper boundaries, and we have to make it certain so that we will have no more problems later on.
Maraming salamat po.
Ayan, so thank you very much kay Sir Ricardo Bagalawis.
Yeah.
Next.
Question number 48. Para kay Sir Ferdy Bayasin po. Sir, picture of a landmark that seems off and is not given what is due to being a landmark. Napakalinaw po nung picture natin. The site of the first Philippine Commission.
Yeah, I think that's the post office area. Philippine Commission. Anyway, there has to be respect in these places identified as or even blessed with landmarks, identifying these important places of history, so that as one task of the City Council, as a steward of the city, is to protect these areas and therefore to properly implement the zoning and the zoning ordinance so as to give respect to these very important historical places. Thank you very much.
Maraming salamat po, Sir Ferdy.
Okay, next question. Question number 21. Isang picture ulit ito. Okay, and this is for Sir Benny Bumogaw. Okay, sa ating mga tagapakinig, itong picture na ito, na ipakita kanina ito, picture na isang bata nakaiga sa sidewalk, and this is supposed to illustrate mendicants, beggars, or street children. And accordingly, sa mga iba sa kanila ay mukhang kasapi ng sindikato. Ano pong comment dito?
We have the mendicants law that prohibits these things. The only thing that we have to do is to fully implement these laws through our Department of Social Welfare and Development. Naranasan ko na rin yan because I was a street children. So, we could better understand this by knowing fully well why these people are there. And we have, as I said, the proper agencies to deal with this. The only thing is we have to implement fully our mendicancy law. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sir Benny Bumogaw.
This question is question number 2. This is for Sir Vladimir Cayabas. Sir, it's been a reality observed that in urban areas, as they further develop in time, could affect a sense of community, gradually, radically eroding to anonymity and or indifference. What do you have in mind to help increase yung community participation po? Lalo na ngayon, parang hindi masyadong involved ang komunidad.
I do believe that the advancement of Baguio City depends on the participation of each and every one of us. Just like what we are doing today. Good governance means part, P, active participation on the part of government and private sector. A, there must be accountability. R, there must be a responsibility not only on the part of our government officials but to include all sectors of our community, to include our young people. and T. There must be transparency because after all, that is what we need for us to be able to advance our city in the name of development. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sir Vlad.
Question number 70, and question number 70 will be answered by Sir Villamor Bumanglag. Question number 70. 70 yung nabunot ko. 70 po. 70. Number 70. And sabi dito sa nabunot, in the age of social networking, is there a plan for some areas of Baguio to be Wi-Fi ready?
Is there a plan for some years? I am not a councilor yet. How can I plan for that? In the age of social working, is there a plan for some areas of Baguio to be Wi-Fi ready? I am an individual who believe in an open market of ideas. And therefore, these open Wi-Fi areas should be ready to all of us, anywhere in our city, if the city is capable of funding and operating it. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sir Villamor Bumanglag.
Ma'am Marlene De Castro, question number 5. Ma'am, how will you ensure that the funds of the city is transparent and open to the inspection of any resident in our city?
In the beginning, people in the community should be involved already in planning, di ba, no? Making programs. So you have to submit programs and projects that could be budgeted at the different divisions, and that we have to monitor it. Councilors will have to approve all of these annual plans at the barangay level, at the city council level, and it has to be monitored. And the monitoring is not only at the physical monitoring, but the in-depth accounting of these monies, that these projects are conducted, implemented in transparency, na nakikita talaga yung proyekto na nai-implement to the right sector as planned. So, importante po yung planning dito, and also the involvement of the private sectors to be involved highly in monitoring and evaluation of programs and projects of the city. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ma'am Marlene De Castro.
Question number 15, 1-5, number 15. And this question will be answered by Madam Lalaine Estolas. So actually, it's a picture being shown on screen. And it depicts cars that have practically been made permanent on the side of the road. So, naging permanent na parkingan ang ating roadsides by destroyed vehicles. Ma'am?
There should be an ordinance regarding situations like this, in order that wala tayo, pagka maraming mga sasakyan, hindi ito magkukos ng traffic, and also hindi sila eyesore sa ating mga daanan. Kaya there should be an ordinance to be implemented regarding these kinds of situations.
Thank you very much, Ma'am Lalaine Estolas.
Ma'am Lilia Farinas, this question is for you, number 47. Ito po, kadalasan po naririnig ng Baguio na to, pero how do you intend to develop the blessed area in the next 3 years?
Bliss means Benguet, Baguio, La Trinidad, Itugon, Sablan, Tuba, and Trinidad. These areas should be given an importance, because the Bliss program would make us realize the zoning of our city, because the increase in population right now, we have to move for development, more structures to be developed, so that congestion in the residential areas should be determined. Thank you.
Okay. Maraming salamat po, Ma'am Lilia Farinas.
Okay, question number 14. And question number 14 will be answered by Sir John Glenn Garland. Question number 14, anya iti makunayo iti programa iti DOST nga PUJ phase out. What is your say on the DOST program of PUJ phase out?
Well, that falls into solving traffic, no, and having a better transportation system here in the city of Baguio. This has to be really studied and taken into consideration. No? Of course, we would like to consider the livelihood of our jeepney drivers. So again, like I say, public consultation and see that whatever plans we make in the future as to traffic and mass transportation in the city should be taken in accordingly and should be talked about and should be consulted with all the people that are affected. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sir John Garland.
This is question number 58 for Sir Federico Mandapat. Sir, ito po usually yung mga malalaking corporations yung mass and advantage. Now, what can you do to support local, small, and medium enterprises so they can continue to be, a thriving part of our local economy?
Yes, we should really come up with a fund in the City Council for the purpose of lending the same to our constituents in the barangay. This will help solve the unemployment problem and encourage them to go or embark on some livelihood projects. See, if you have livelihood projects in the barangay, then we will be able to encourage the people who have no work at all to participate or to be part of the livelihood projects in the barangay. And with this, of course, we can help really decongest even the city market by coming up with satellite markets in order to, for the people in the barangay to have already a market of their own in their respective barangays. Thank you.
Maraming salamat po, Sir Federico Mandapat.
Okay, next question. Question number 50. And this question will be answered by Ma'am Grace Mayos. The question is, what is your plan for the cultural and historical sites in Baguio City?
For me, we have to preserve the cultural and sites in Baguio City. Kasi Baguio is, we have so many cultural activities here and we have to define, we have to determine kung ano talaga yung mga cultural sites natin. At the same time, i-preserve natin yun. We also have to educate the people kung saan ba at ano yung mga original na cultural natin dito sa Baguio. And for the historical sites like yung mga heritage natin, ano ba yung mga heritage natin dito sa Baguio kasi hindi siya masyadong clear sa atin. So we have to educate the people and let them know kung saan yung mga places like Dominican, like Camp John Hay and the rest. Para wag sana nating tanggalin yung we are known for Baguio as native and cultural. We have that historical sites na. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Ma'am Grace Mayos.
This question is for Sir Nicanor Niala. Sir, this is on waste management, question number 60. Well, what are your plans to address the trash segregation in Baguio? Matagal ng issue to eh.
Yes sir, actually I'm a punong barangay, ginagawa na po natin yan sa ating barangay, yung pagsesegregate. Gumagawa na po tayo ng mga solid waste management na plano for not only for 3 years but for a long term. 10 years po sana ang ating gagawin pagdating sa segregation. Pagdating po sa basura sa barangay, nung policy na no collection, no segregation policy. Pangalawa, may vermiculture na po tayo dyan na ginagawa. Nababawasan na po yung nabubulok na naitatapon natin sa basura. Promote po natin yon. Marami pong bagay na nagagawa. Tulad nung last every now and then na punong barangay, marami po tayong tinatap na mga agencies and individual na nagtuturo po sa ating barangay para mabawasan ang mga basura. And I think na-lessen na po natin ang basura sa aming barangay ng 50% dahil sa mga ginagawa natin. That's all. Thank you.
Maraming salamat po, Sir Nicanor Niala.
Okay, next question number 32. 32, number 32. And this answer or this question will be answered by Sir Faustino Olowan. The question is, what is your program vis-a-vis the rising number of HIV or AIDS cases in the city?
Of course, we will ask the City Health Department to continue with their monitoring activity. In the same manner, there must be really an actual visit of our City Health Department in all red district area in the city of Baguio. And the last is let us, of course, regulate the red light area in the city of Baguio. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Sir Faustino Olowan.
Miss Rinan Orate. Sir, I'm sorry. Sir Rinan Orate. This is a question on question number 13 on well-being and mobility. Sir, since last year, this year, pagrabe yung traffic, how do you plan to address that once you get elected?
I think the city of Baguio has its comprehensive traffic plan. I think what is really needed is to implement this to the fullest, let the police officers do their jobs and not sleep on their jobs. Then maybe that is one way of solving the traffic problem. It's a matter of implementations because we have sufficient ordinances, we have sufficient laws, so let's just implement it.
Maraming salamat po, sir. Sir Orate.
Okay, si Sir Renan Orate. This time we have question number 18. It's a pictorial comment again, number 18. And this will be for Sir Eric Ueda. Okay, for our listeners, ang nakikita sa screen, this was actually featured kanina sa Vice Mayoralty Candidate Forum. This is an illustration where you see on the right lane, mga paakyat na sasakyan sa isang bundok. Okay, and meron silang karatula na welcome Panagbenga. And on the left lane, pababa naman, may sasakyan na kasulat ang Baguio. Your comments, sir?
Well, we know that is a problem of our city. During Panagbenga, we are not going out or going outside the Baguio, and non-Baguio residents are coming up. The problem with that is, yun sinabi kanina, is over-commercialization. But commercialization in its state right now, it's benefiting the city. Probably we just regulate, considering that tourists coming here provides income for our residents. It's just a matter of making some changes on our policy with Panagbenga. Kasi, we are inviting people to come to Baguio for Panagbenga. And really, it will cause traffic. The problem with that is the cars coming up. So, that would be the problem siguro na solusyonan natin. Anong pupuntahan ng mga cars na pupunta ng aakyat ng Baguio? They should not come here in the city, in the Central Business District, but let's locate a location that they can park for the meantime while they roam around the city. Thank you.
Ayan, thank you very much, Sir Eric Ueda. Okay, let's move to the third round.
Yan, third round po.
Oh, naka-third round na tayo.
Pero palakpakan naman natin yung mga sumasagot ng mga katanungan natin. Okay. This is a question on well-being and mobility. Question number 16. Sir Ang. Sir, ano po yung stand nyo sa casino and gambling in our city?
Casino and gambling, because of the illness, that the effects of gambling, say no to casino. If ever implemented in the city, I'll propose an ordinance to prohibit the same. That's all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Sir Stanford Ang.
Okay, next question. Question number 41. And that question goes to Sir Ed Apostol. The question is, how will you deal with illegal settlers?
Kung ako po ay pala rin nga maging city councilor sa 2016, kailangan ang gagawin ng city council ay gagawa ng resolution o ordinance para dito sa mga illegal settlers. Yung lupa ko, na-applyan ko na sa DNR, sa Sinro. Mayroon ng certification na nagsabi na ikaw na ang maging may-ari. Pero part pa rin sa government. For almost 40 years, pinasok ngayon ng mga settlers. Siguro ang DNR ang dapat nakakaalam ito at saka ang city government.
Thank you very much, Sir Ed Apostol.
Sir Roberto Awingan, question number 59. Sir, this question is on local business and tourism. In line with this, how are you going to address the issue of ambulant vendors?
Well, for me, I am already old here in Baguio. Ang gusto natin, mawasan ang mga ambulance. Pero nakikita natin, dumadami. So for me, yung mga sana ma-implement naman para kung sakasakaling mahalal kami, yan ang isang additional resolution we will give to the people. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Sir Awingan.
And question number 61. Question number 61 goes to Sir Ricardo Bagalawis. And the question is, another big problem of the city is waste management and disposal. There have been various measures undertaken, but most of these have not succeeded and have cost us a lot. How do you propose to resolve this problem?
Well, that is one of the biggest problems that we have in the city of Baguio. We are spending around 200 million pesos a year. Now, one solution that we can give is yung strict implementation of reduce, reuse, and recycle. Every citizens of Baguio should be informed and educated on how to reduce, to reuse, and recycle the garbages. Now, number two, we have to import new technologies, just like in Japan. No, they have this technology from waste to energy. Pwede po natin gamitin to, pwede po natin pag-aralan kung paano po ginagawa ng mga kasama po nating bansa, kung paano po inaasikaso yung kanilang mga basura. We have to be responsible with solids management. We have to look at certain areas para hindi maging milking cow ito ng corruption. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Sir Ricardo Bagalawis.
Sir, for the Bayasin, this is question number 3. This is on community participation. Sir, regarding livelihood programs, what livelihood programs could you suggest to the barangays in the city? Siguro po something new, hindi yung common.
Yeah. I happen to come across somebody who is a member of the Philippine Inventor Society. And he has mentioned to me that in the pipeline are so many proposals which have already been approved. And once these original Philippine inventions will have been approved, they will be needing a lot of hands to do the job. And maybe this is an opportunity for them and for the barangays to be in partners together, promoting original Philippine inventions and marketing it maybe even for export. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for the Bayasin.
Question number 19, susunod, and this is for Sir Benny Bumogao. Number 19, long line of commuters in POJ terminals. Your comment, sir.
Talagang pahirap yan sa atin. Dahil yung mga estudyante natin ginagabi. So, ang isang dahilan daw dito ay yung traffic. Kaya nalilate yung mga POJ vehicles natin doon sa kanilang staging areas. So, yun ang dapat nating aralin at tingnan kung paano natin masolusyonan yan. Kailangan ba ng mas maraming sasakyan? O mag-set tayo ng time of interval ng mga pagpunta ng mga PUG vehicles sa kanilang terminal? Yun ang kwan. Isa rito yung dito sa kwan nun, the kias. Bakit sila nalilate? Dahil doon sa panagbinga doon sa kwan, sa Burnham Park. That caused the problem.
Thank you very much, Sir Benny Bumogao.
Sir Villamor Bumanglag, this is your question po. Question number 4. This is on community participation. Is there a need for Baguio barangays to undergo merging and restructuring? Why or why not? Sir, we have 128 barangays.
Personally, I think there's a need for us to merge these small barangays and to divide these big barangays like Irisan. First, for management purposes, small barangay is easy to manage, but you spend so much. So you merge this barangay, you can still manage it effectively with less expense. In the big barangays, I believe there's a need to divide or segregate, to divide so that management will be more effective also at the grassroots level. So management of personnel, resources, and materials is the main aim of restructuring the barangays. Thank you very much.
Maraming salamat po, Sir Bumanglag.
Question number 42 naman ay para kay Sir Vladimir Cayabas. Question number 42 on urban planning. Comment of a tourist while going down from Santo Tomas or Santo Tomas Mountain and seeing a view of the whole city. And the comment is, parang green carpet na tinapunan ng basura. Sir Cayabas.
Well, alam ulit natin ang syudad ng Baguio, isang tourist destination. At ang challenge sa atin ay para mapanatili natin ang lakas ng ating syudad. Ang comment nila, parang green carpet na tinapunan ng basura. It boils down again to the kind of discipline that we have here in the city of Baguio. Yes, we have our city government. I think doing its part, but of course there is still improvement. But if we are all disciplined enough as citizens in the city of Baguio, then we could be able to make the city a better city. Sa ikaunlad ng bayan, disiplina ang siyang kailangan. Given the chance to be elected as the city councilor, part of our responsibility is no other than to take good care that the city shall remain as a robust city, mainly because it is clean, green, orderly, and at the same time, open to all tourists who could be able to help us in terms of economic development. Thank you, and mabuhay.
Thank you very much, Sir Vladimir Cayabas.
This question is for Ma'am Marlene De Castro. Question number 30. This is on well-being and mobility. Ma'am, these are tall grasses growing on over past roof gutters. I have a question on maintenance of public facilities kasi po dyan tumutu. Marami pa po yan.
Yan. Responsibilidad talaga ng syudad yan, di ba no? It is the central business district. Kahit na wala sa central business district, kung talagang gusto nating i-project na maganda, malinis ang Baguio, ipakita natin na linisin natin to. So it has become a responsibility, di ba no? And people should also become accountable to it, di ba? So ito yung sinasabi na participation din siguro, no? Kung hindi kaya magawa ng gobyerno yan, bakit hindi tayo ang maggawa din ng solusyon para malinisan yan, para mapahiya ang gobyerno. Sorry, I'm going to government pala. I forgot, I'm with the NGO. But this is now actually a convergence of effort. If the city cannot do it, then maybe we could ask, ang dami-dami ho nating mga resources. We have the students, we have the civil society, we have NGOs. Then maybe we could merge now efforts to clean that dirty thing at the central business district kung wala magawa ang gobyerno. Maraming salamat po.
Maraming salamat, Ma'am Marlene De Castro. Thank you.
Question number 34 on land use and zoning. And this question is for Madam or Ma'am Lalaine Istolas. How do you deal with immigration?
immigration.
Or is it supposedly migration?
Is immigration, yung laglag bala ba?
Mukhang ang context nito, if I were to review yung binasa namin kagabi, is yung pagdami nung lumilipat dito sa siyudad ng Baguio.
Oh, I see.
Residents.
Marami po ang pumupunta ng mag-reside dito sa Baguio City dahil dito sa climate natin. And kahit na deteriorating na po ang ating environment, marami pa rin nag-a-appreciate because it's still considered as the best compared to the other provinces, other towns in the Philippines. Kaya lang po, kapag padami po ang tumira dito sa Baguio City, we are going to be congested. At ano po ang mangyayari dito sa mga kabundukan natin, dito sa mga pine trees natin? Mapupuno na po ng kabahayan ng mga buildings, ng mga apartments, ng mga hotels. Paano na po ang bukas ng ating mga future generations? Deteriorating na po ang environment. That is why po nag-decide ako na tumakbo na councilor nyo dito sa Baguio para po i-save ang Baguio City, i-save ang environment. Tutulong po ako, hahadlangan ko ang anumang ikasisira ng ating environment, lalo na po ang pagdami ng ating mga housing projects.
Okay, thank you very much, Ma'am Lalaine Estolas.
Ma'am Lea Farinas. This is a question on heritage, question number 53. Ma'am, what can you do to conserve and enhance Baguio's unique heritage?
Of course, this has been answered many times. Heritage, gaya ng sinabi natin, we have to preserve our heritage. But because of deteriorating some of our heritage, like for the buildings, some because of deteriorating appearance or mga itsura po nito, we have to improve, but still we have to preserve the essence and the original look of our preservation of our heritage. So hindi po natin maaalis because aside from it is also our tourist attraction, yun po ang mga pinupuntahan ng ating mga tourists. And of course, we have our flyers to promote, yes, to promote our tourism.
Maraming salamat po, Ma'am Lea Farinas.
Okay, next question is on waste management. Question number 62. And this is to be answered by Sir John Glenn Garland. The question is, the city spends millions in garbage disposal. Do you have a system in mind that will be more effective than our present system?
Well, when we talk about garbage, that has really been a perennial problem here, and we go through the educational aspect of reuse, all the 3 R's, and segregation. And I know there are when it comes to garbage, we have to look into it. What we have to look into is working with private organizations, private companies that has the technology. And I know we're doing some here in the city of Baguio, but as we hear, it's not really reliable. No, so we have to work with the team, work with. If I'm a councilor, work with my fellow councilors so we can solve this problem and look for a private or even work with the government to get these facilities done to help in our garbage. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sir John Glenn Garland.
Sir Federico Mandapat, this question is for you. This is on air and noise pollution, question number 65. Sir, how do you plan to deal with Baguio's air pollution, lalo na dun sa central business district natin?
Well, having been the regional director of the Department of Transportation and Communication, our main problem here is the importation of second-hand engines. And they are the cause of pollution. in the central business district area. And it's at the lowest point of Session Road. That's where they accelerate. And of course, pollution comes into play. We have, of course, the smoke emission centers in order to check the pollution being emitted from a particular motor vehicle. Now, aside from the smoke that is causing pollution, of course, the garbage within the central business district area should really be managed in such a way that we should not allow it to stay there for a longer period of time than, let's say, the garbage collection should be done every day and to be disposed of properly. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Sir Federico Mandapat.
Question number 69. This is on trees and water concerns, and this will be answered by Ma'am Grace Mayos. The question is, what can you do to regulate water use and distribution so that it is equitable and accessible to all?
Conserve water, and of course, we have to conserve water, and at the same time, we have to support the tree planting activity of the government and the city, so that we will have continuous the regulation of water, and we have to stop the tree cutting. We should support the schools and educate them to do some tree planting activities in areas which are open, and ano pa ba? Ano ba yung distribution of water? Yun lang po.
Okay, maraming salamat. Thank you so much, Ma'am Grace Mayos.
Sir Nicanor, this is a question on land use and zoning, question number 40. Sir, is there anything you can do to deal with the practice of land speculation in Baguio?
Regarding the land speculation, I think we have to identify na yung mga nag-claim ng mga lote-lote dyan. Sana malaman natin kung ito ay totoo. Meron po tayong mga agencies dyan para may verify kung yan po ang mga sinasabi nilang claim nila na sa kanila. I think meron po tayong mga agency at pwede po tayong magtanong sa mga abogado o sa mga kakilala natin para yung mga speculation regarding this land ay malaman natin ng tama. Yun lang po.
Maraming salamat po, Sir Nicanor Niala.
Okay, next na katanungan. This is question number 46. And this will be answered by Sir Faustino Oloan. What are your views on the Blist project?
Thank you. First, I believe that there must be an enabling law to provide laws for the governance of the Blist. It must be passed by Congress. What is then the action of the City Council in this matter? We will support that law. We will pass a resolution supporting the creation of the Blist area, so much so that the city of Baguio be decongested, and the Blist area would be part of the planning for, of course, for the welfare of the Blist area, especially the people of Baguio. And we should involve the Blist officers like the mayors of Toba, Itogon, Sablan, and La Trinidad. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Sir Faustino Oloan.
Sir Rinan Orate, this is a question on land use and zoning. Question number 37. Sir, double parking. Of course, on roads. Could you comment on this po?
Yes, I think there is sufficient laws and ordinance that penalizes double parking. So if you can see in the picture, if only the implementors of this city ordinance and the law would do its duties, they would not allow these vehicles to do a double parking. So in relation to these owners of this vehicle, they must also know that there is a violation of the law. And still they abuse this and still park despite the fact that they know it's illegal. So at least as citizens of Baguio, we should also be disciplined and cooperate and observe traffic laws and regulation to avoid this kind of scenario. Thank you.
Thank you, Sir Orate. So please speak.
Okay. So panghuling katanungan, and this will sum up our forum for the city councilor or city council candidates. Let's have question number 45 on bliss and autonomy in car. Question number 45. And this will be answered by Sir Eric Ueda. What is your view about car autonomy?
First, thank you for the conveners of this forum. I am an advocate for autonomy of the Cordillera. That's my view. Why? First and foremost, the natural resources and economic development of our region should be handed to the locals, which we are. At the same time, the problem with this is the information education campaign. We have done twice plebiscite for this. We have lost. So that's the problem. Autonomy gives so much positive things to the people within the autonomy. It's just a problem that autonomy doesn't pass. So there are alternatives. Implementing of the local government code, or we change to federal form of government, which is also similar to autonomy. Thank you very much. Good morning.
Okay, thank you very much, Sir Eric Ueda. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we finish the forum for the candidates for the City Council. And let's proceed to the next part of the forum. We request our candidates to we will now proceed with the courtesy of, what is this now? The Pledge of Integrity. Okay. Ayan, sa ngayon, naibibigay na, ipapamahagi na yung form at listahan. This is actually the form that contains the pledge that will be undertaken by our candidates. And this is practically the pledge to support and always be part of a very credible, clean, and honest election. And during their generation to continue to live up with ideals of clean, honest, and credible political exercise in Baguio City. And we would like to thank, of course, our COMELEC Baguio for this pledge of integrity. And we invite now our councilors to stand up. Okay, and raise your hands. Okay, so you can move forward. Yan, paki-adjust lang po para makita po kayo ng ating audience. Okay, may we invite you to raise your right hand and sabay-sabay pong basahin yung content ng ating integrity pledge. I. You can proceed po.
Integrity pledge for free, orderly, honest, and peaceful and credible elections. And through my words and actions, commit to abide by the tenets of our Constitution, election laws, rules, and regulations, respecting the sanctity of our electoral exercise. I will not employ any form of violence, force, or threat that may impair, impede, or unduly influence the free exercise of the people's right of suffrage. I will ensure the prompt and accurate reporting and the closure of campaign-related expenses. I will not offer or give bribes or gifts to corrupt the integrity of our democratic process. As a candidate seeking the people's mandate in order to serve them, I shall respect the norms of conduct expected of public servants and commit to run a clean campaign, observing fairness, common decency, honesty, and good faith. All this I commit and subscribe to freely and voluntarily, fully accountable to Almighty God and to the Philippine people as my witnesses. Thank you very much.
Okay, so with that, we would like to thank our candidates for the City Council. Okay, paki-fill upan lang po yung inyong pledge.
Yes, please sign po.
Kindly sign over your name. Okay, pagkatapos po mapilapan yan, ay ipasa po dito sa atin. So again, may we give a big round of applause to our candidates for the City Council. Okay, thank you so much. You have shown again wonderful participation in keeping our political exercise very formative, very educational, and very inviting sa ating mga voters. And of course, a greater challenge will come by until we sustain these qualities that we have to live up to as candidates and agents or ambassadors of credible, clean, and honest election. Maraming salamat mo sa ating mga councilors, sa candidates for the City Council. Maraming salamat po, sir. All right, so that ends our activity, and we have the relaunching, repeat launching again, or the announcement on our website, courtesy of the Diocese of Baguio. For those of us who would like to continue participating in the endeavor of a good political exercise, in educating and living up with ideals of a clean, honest, and credible election, we invite you to participate in an event or activities that we will be posting over the website of the diocese. Okay, so next, this afternoon after lunch, we will be witnessing the candidates for the House of Representative and the Vice Mayoralty candidate. Father, do we have, for the Mayor, I should say. Father Manny, do we have announcements? Okay.
Okay. Ayan. Very exciting yung umaga natin, Sir Albert.
Okay, again, maraming salamat din. Siyempre, busy na naman ang ating mga partners, the other volunteers, our students, and the other multi-sectoral group na nakasama natin, kasamang Nathan, the different schools, academe, and our non-government agencies, government agencies. Of course, maraming salamat sa COMELEC Baguio, Commission on Election Baguio City. And nakikita natin, siyempre, ang pangangalaga sa atin, Nathan, ng Baguio City Police Office. Maraming salamat po.
Ayan, meron pang forum. We'd like to encourage everyone to join the forum and to make the announcement kung kailan naman po yan.
A very pleasant morning to all. Could we invite you to another forum with the candidates? And this time, it will be sponsored by the Regional Development Council and the Capital Christian Leaders at the City Light Hotel on Thursday, that will be March 10, yes, from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. It will be centered on our orientation on Cordillera autonomy, and then we ask the candidates specific questions in regard to the, what's this again, the effort of the Regional Development Council to become a Cordillera Regional Autonomous Government. So, punta po kayo, especially if you do not know yet and are not oriented on Cordillera Regional Development and Autonomy, punta po kayo 5 p.m. hanggang 9 p.m. sa City Light Hotel, sponsored by the RDC Forum with the candidates of the City of Baguio. Maraming salamat po. Salamat.
Maraming salamat, sir. Ayan, attend po tayo. And this afternoon, meron pang forum, so we'd like to encourage you to please come back this afternoon at 1 o'clock. Yan, Sir Albert.
Ulitin natin na mamayang hapon ating mapapanood, makakasama ang mga candidates for the mayoralty position, City of Baguio, and syempre susundan yan or isa pang parte niyan will be for the House of Representatives, City of Baguio.
Mayang alauna po yan. So let's also invite our friends, our neighbors, no? So they could hear more about our candidates this afternoon.
And again, this will be covered live by our media friends. Maraming salamat sa Trimedia, our print, our radio, and our TV media friends. Maraming salamat po sa inyo.
Okay. So see you again this afternoon. See you at 1 o'clock.
Yeah, kasamang Nathan, yung ating mas lubusang pasasalamat sa lahat po ng partners will be available po mamayang hapon. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you. See you this afternoon. Happy lunch po.